Hi, I'm Claire at the Fintech Times. We're here in Amsterdam for day 2 of Money20, and I'm delighted to be joined by Fiorella. Hi, how are you?
Hi Claire, I'm fine. I'm really happy to be here. Thanks for the invitation.
That's great. Well, before we start having a chat, could you introduce yourself to our audience, please?
This is Fiorella Lezama. I'm in charge of global partnership at PayRetailers. I would say that I've been in payments for the last 15 years with some experience on the traditional side with banks in Latam, but also flags like American Express in Europe and some important fintechs in Latam like Mercado Pago.
And can you tell us a bit more about PayRetailers? Obviously, we know them as offering local payment methods for international companies, but the business has evolved, hasn't it, more recently?
Yeah, well, at PayRetailers we are changing, with the growth of the company. So PayRetailers has evolved to be a company that facilitates payments for international companies, mainly based in Europe, for cross-border payments in Latam, to be a 360-degree payment company for international companies, but also for Latin American companies that want to run payment processing locally or intra-Latam markets as well. So through our different payment methods, as bank transfers, account-to-account, cards, we are facilitating these flows in Latam between markets and within the countries.
So do you want to tell us more about some of your recent activities, what products you've introduced over the last year?
Sure, well, during this year, 2023, we are with a huge focus on launching cards in all the markets we are operating in Latam. We have already launched Chile and Colombia, and we are moving forward with Mexico, Brazil, Peru, and the other markets in Latam.
And have you noticed any interesting trends across consumer habits or any regional differences?
Absolutely. I would say that PayRetailers, we see a changing landscape in Latam regarding consumer habits on payments. So it's not just a thing of Gen Z or millennials that are using digital payments, but also baby boomers and Gen X are adopting payments through wallets mainly, like for example FPay or in Chile, also in Mexico, and in Colombia, and there are other examples around Latam that are facilitating payments in general, not only for young people, but also for all generations, I would say, and that implies a huge impact on the cash movement that in Latam is still being high, but the good thing is that there is a clear trend of decreasing of cash payments in general.
It's really interesting. How are you finding the show so far?
Well, this is a great event in Europe for the industry. I think it's impressive how it can put together different stakeholders like banks, like cards, like technical infrastructure for payments, fintechs, and so on. So it's great to be here and to do some network and know other trends that are happening around the world.
What other trends have you noticed that's particularly worth talking about?
Regarding trends in Latam, we have discussed about the increasing usage of the wallets. There are other trends like the interoperability that is now very important in the most important markets in Latam, like Colombia, Peru, Argentina. They are all talking about interoperability because the consumer are demanding unrestricted ways of movement of their money. That's really good, and also this is something that regulators are working on. And other thing is the PIX model. PIX is something that, well, it's a payment method that has bring innovation to the region, and this is a great example of interoperability as well. And there are other countries or markets that are understanding how it works and trying to apply similar schemes to their markets.
That's excellent. Well, lovely to meet you, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the show.
Thank you.
Bye.